Um, Hi guys, this is Mr. Kane. So I'm looking at dollar index. I've been analyzing dollar index, and I realized that the market has been moving along towards this way. It's been corrective to the downside and impulsive to the upside, right? Corrective, impulsive, and now we are at our highest peak. We didn't manage to touch this resistance, but we did manage to touch our previous horizontal resistance. We didn't touch the vertical one, but we did manage to touch our horizontal one. So we are expecting a bigger version of a correction down to this lowest point. Probably the market will then decide to go high or either to continue going down, and then the market can start going high again. So now, for now, the dollar index is weak at this moment. So let's go to a weekly time frame and check what the weekly time frame has for us. So when you get to a weekly time frame, you see that we created a channel. Right? We are having, within that channel, we are having a corrective move, an impulsive, a corrective move, an impulsive, and we are expecting another corrective move to this downside, right? So our weekly agrees with our monthly time frame. So let's quickly move to our daily time frame. So on daily time frame, the lower time frames you move is when you realize that, damn, you know what, the lower time frames you move is the more supports and resistance you are actually going to find. So now what I'm seeing here is that, okay, as much as my weekly is correct that we are getting down to this lowest point, and as much as my monthly time frame is correct that we are getting down to my lowest point, my question is it the correct time to probably sell the dollar index so that I can buy currencies that have our US dollar as a code, and then I can sell currencies that have our US dollar as a base. The currencies that have US dollar as our base is USD CAD, USD CHF, USD ZAR, USD JPY. All of those currencies that starts with USD, and then currencies with USD as a code, they're gonna be XAU USD, GBP USD, Euro USD, silver. You can mention them, AUD USD. So now I'm seeing that, okay, as much as we have a potential of dropping that much, is it a good time to look for such entries? And here I can see this. I'm like, okay, on daily time frame, it seems like this right here will be our left shoulder, and this will be our right, and then we are about to touch our neckline so that we can have a right shoulder, and then the market can start dropping down to this lowest point, probably a retest there, and then we drop further down, and then probably a retest to this lowest point, to that highest point, and then probably we're gonna have a reversal for a buy, right? So right now I can see, okay, we haven't touched our major support. I call this major support because it's from a daily time frame. So when I get to H4, I realized that, you know what, we had a rising wedge. This is one of those kind of getting reversal patterns. So it went high, impulsively corrective, impulsively to the upside, and then it broke out, right? Impulsively. So now we want to find out what's about to play out at this point, and we want to see within that rising wedge what other pattern did we have. It's pattern within patterns. So let's go to H1. So we get to H1, we see that, okay, Kudlegani, we just had a head and shoulders. This is a reversal pattern. This was a clear signal because we have a rising wedge from 4 hour. Our higher time frames, they are saying that we are dropping, and we have a head and shoulders within that rising wedge that we got from just 4 hour. So now what is Khulekani expecting, right? I'm expecting a continuation pattern. I'm expecting a continuation pattern. At this point, we just had a reversal pattern, which is head and shoulders. So I'm expecting a continuation pattern. It could be a rising wedge somewhere here, and then the market can start dropping, right? So let's try to cater for such. So we are on a 1 hour time frame. So for me, I want to tell you the conclusion right after this. For now, just allow me to do this quickly. So now, guys, since I'm done, as you can see, this is the continuation patterns that I'm expecting. So now, guys, so now this is what I'm looking at. I'm saying that, okay, the dollar index is actually a sell, right? And overall direction is a sell, but I cannot sell as yet. So maybe for now, within that correction, I can start looking for buy on USD CAD, USD CHF, USD ZAR, USD JPY, and then look for sell on gold, silver, GBP USD, AUD USD, Euro USD. I can look for sells on those ones, but I wanna be conscious of the trades, that they are not long-term trades. The long-term trades for GBP USD, Euro USD, NZD USD, gold, silver, they're gonna be a buy. But for now, it's not a good time to buy. Now it's a good time to sell while we are scalping in, so that we can swing those trades. So yeah, that's my total conclusion on this. Let's go and check just only one of the correlation. We're gonna check USD CAD and also check NZD USD, but what I love mostly is gold. Let's go to gold, guys, and check what gold has for us. As you can see, there it is. Gold has a beautiful it's at a beautiful resistance, right? So we wanna cater for that, and we wanna say, okay, let's look at what happened here. Where are we at this current point? Where are we at this current point? This is where we are. I'm already on a sell trade. I'll try to show you guys why I'm on a sell trade. So I'm like, okay, the possible play here is this. This might be the last kick of a dying horse. This might be the last kick of a dying horse, meaning the sellers are gonna sell at least one last time. So this could be a sell down to that lowest point, and then the market can start shooting straight towards that highest point to complete this double bottom. So I'm guessing that if I'm seeing a double bottom, that means that the pattern that I just drew there, it's slightly incorrect, especially this one here. So let me just see, guys, if ever I can forge my way to get another pattern, guys. Let me quickly do that. Okay, right there, could be having our support there, maybe a break and retest before a continuation to the upside. Okay, let me just delete this thing here because it's slightly incorrect. So I'm expecting an impulsive move to the downside, probably until this area here. Probably it's gonna move towards this direction here, and then impulse to the upside, come back to correct, and then break out of that, and then we can have a smaller version of a correction going in a downwards, right? And then the market can start shooting straight high. So I'm gonna change the color and say green, because here we are representing the buyers. Same as this one here, I'm gonna say green because we are representing the buyers. And why did I select this area? It is because of this area, it has so many touches. I'm expecting another touch around that area there. So before we proceed, let me quickly show you that I'm already on a sell trade when it comes to gold. I'm already on a sell trade when it comes to gold, and I thought to myself of also selling Nasdaq, but something held me back. So there's your gold. I'm already on a sell trade, and as you can see, this is a beautiful sell. Look at that entry. Look at it from 1 hour time frame, 1 minute time frame, back to 1 hour. That's a beautiful entry, guys, as you can see. So now let's look at pairs that actually do quite the opposite. This is XAU USD. We're gonna look for any pair that has USD that starts with USD, such as let's see, I don't want to check USD CAD, I want to check USD JPY instead. Okay, let's get to it. I'm sorry guys for coughing so much. I'm not feeling well as much. Okay, let me try to delete this analysis, guys. Let me quickly delete this analysis here. And yes, guys, I do get my analysis incorrectly at the time, but probably it happens 10% of the time, and I know the reason why is because of I'm not following my own rules, right? So now if we could look at this, this is a narrow trade, guys. This is a narrow one. So let me just quickly check something. If this thing is gonna be impossible, it's gonna demand me to do further analysis, and we don't have that much time. So let me just cater for this and say, okay, we are at support. So I'm expecting a correction. This one, let's just leave it alone, guys. That one, let's just leave it alone. If I could explain that, guys, it's gonna be a long story. It's gonna be a long story. So right there, this one here, we anticipated it correctly. Our TP was hit. So let me just remove this quickly so that we can check if ever there's there's a possible buy, maybe on USD ZAR. Where's my USD ZAR? I wanna check just only one pair that has just only one of them that is gonna give me a clear correction. There's my baby. Hello USD ZAR. So there's USD ZAR. I love USD ZAR, guys. I know most traders, only beginners, they are in fearful of USD ZAR, and it makes sense why they are in fearful of USD ZAR. This thing doesn't fuck around, honestly. Sorry for those words, but okay, let's see. There's a buy there, and for me, guys, if I enter this buy, it's gonna be a little bit late, but not that late. You know, when it comes to when I'm trading a correction, what I'd like to do is enter at the earliest point before it actually plays around, to get what I'm saying. So here on USD ZAR, we are trying to create head and shoulders so that the market can start going down. We are trying to create a reversal pattern. So this will be the last kick of a dying horse. The buyers are dying at this point, and this is the last time they will be having so much control against the South African rand. So now I'm looking that USD ZAR is gonna get to that highest point. Once it gets to this highest point, then we're gonna drop. After dropping, we're gonna get to this point, probably create a smaller version of a correction. I'm gonna take that with me. Yeah, that tool there. We're gonna have a smaller version of a correction going to the upside, and then probably when we get there, maybe we have some kind of a double top, and then bang, we drop, right? Then we drop to this lowest point. So now I want to change this into red so that I could cater that we are looking for long-term sells and only short-term buys. So let me just cater for this one here and say this baby will go here, and then that baby will go over there. So right there, so this is what I'm looking at, guys. Good luck on your trades. Probably the signals that I've given you, they're still gonna play out, including next week. But today the market, I believe that the dollar is gonna close on a positive side. It's gonna close on a positive side. Maybe later on, before the market closes, that's when the dollar is gonna lose some strength. So thank you for watching.